All right guys, good morning. Here's another workout for you to try out at home. If all you have is a 6 by 8 foot space and very little to no equipment, you can smash this workout in anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes, depending on how many times you want to rep through the different exercises that I'm going to show you and how many repetitions you want to do per exercise. So I'll give you a quick tutorial on a couple of different exercises that you can put together. And it's a mixture of anaerobic, plyometric type stuff, as well as some shoulder mobility stuff, all right? So for today, all I have is a 5-pound weight, but if you don't have a 5-pound weight at home, maybe you can use a can of soup or a couple handfuls of toilet paper, whatever it might be for your choice, all right? So the first exercise, you're gonna be in this position here, and the weight will be overhead. And what we're gonna do is opposite hand, opposite leg will go forward, all right? So in this particular case, the hand that's holding the weight, drive it backwards, under control, opening up the range of motion the entire time. With this motion, what we're looking at is trying to keep the small of the back pressed into the mat, all right? So again, in this position, you're gonna rotate, allow the full range of motion as far as your shoulders will allow. If you can touch the weight onto the mat, extend the leg and heel towards the opposite wall, and then we'll come back to the neutral position. So you can, carry out 4 to 5 reps on each side, and then switch sides, the opposite hand, opposite leg, push the heel forward as the hand comes back, trying to maintain that pressure. It's really going to engage the core, open up the shoulder mobility, come back to neutral. So again, opposite hand, opposite leg. And you can switch as you feel when you want. Another exercise you can do with the weight is you be in child's pose position for those who are familiar with the position. And then with the weight, you're simply going to raise the weight and then lower the weight. The weight may only raise a couple of inches, an inch or two, whatever your range of motion will allow for. But the idea is the head stays in contact with the earth and the opposite hand will remain extended. All right, so this position, this is your support as well as the forehead onto the ground. And then we're just gonna raise the weight and then lower. Relax. Raise the weight, lower. Again, 5 reps, 10 reps each side, whatever you're comfortable with, and then switch the sides. In this position here, heels are back. I'm going to make contact as best as possible here. The heels on the back side. And raise the weight. Lower. Maintain the head, contact with the earth. And lower. Another exercise you could do, open up the shoulders again, elbows down, and relax your posture. Shins parallel to the earth. External rotation for the rotator cuff, nice and slow and deliberate. Neutral position, elbows tucked into the rib cage, in contact with the earth. You can relax your head, or you can lift your head off the ground, totally whatever you're most comfortable with. Another exercise we can do is we're going to get ourselves in this position here. Relax your posture, allow your hand to rest, or your head to rest on the back of your hand. You're going to look at the weight for the first iteration, and feet are press into the ground, into the mat. You're going to raise the weight for a pause at the top, and then lower the weight, nice and easy. Raise the weight. And you're trying to extend the weight as far as your range of motion will allow. Once you get into that end range, pause for a breath or two and then relax. So get into the end range, pause and relax. And then you can switch your head position. So as your head position turns away from the weight, the exact same movement with the weight will occur, just the head position is slightly different. So the way, relaxed posture. You can conduct, sets of 5, 10, whatever you're most comfortable with. Just trying to activate those supporting muscles in the end range position. Opposite side, you're going to relax the posture. Rest your hand, extend the weight, arm is straight. Get into the end range, pause, and relax. And switch your head position. Keep in mind, not always fast and explosive. Does that mean intense? Sometimes slow and deliberate can mean intense with these particular motions and movements. Work within your range. A little bit of discomfort is a good thing. Pain is definitely not a good thing. So if you're feeling pain in any way or any range of motion, either lessen the load or modify the movement pattern to work for your body type. Once you get the body moving, maybe do a couple of rounds of shadow boxing. You set a timer for maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Do one round of just boxing, throw different combinations, thinking about protection, thinking about defense, maybe parry and slipping. After you've done maybe one round of 2 or 3 minutes of boxing, then maybe do one round, 2 or 3 minutes of Muay Thai. All right, so we're gonna add in blocks, maybe some kicks, some push kicks, some elbows, maybe some defense. Think about when somebody is trying to kick you, maybe body shot, you're gonna catch kick, throw away, come back and counter with a combination that you're happy with. This is just to get the body flowing. So a round of boxing, a round of Muay Thai, followed by a round of something where you're gonna incorporate the ground, right? So in MMA, for example, maybe we're incorporating some sprawls as well as some up downs. So in this position here, we're moving in the event that somebody was trying to get into our personal space. We technical lift with a strike, back to our feet, up down. This position here, remove, elevate ourselves, technical lift, strike, putting it all together. A round of boxing, round of Muay Thai, and a round of MMA sparring, get the blood flowing. Once the blood is flowing, if you want to incorporate some movements where you're doing some jump lunges, what you do with your hands is totally up to you. You want to throw out some jabs, some crosses. While you're doing that, no problem, from a different angle. Right, you're trying to keep the pressure through the heels, projects that energy up. It's like so, we're in balance. Same thing if you want to incorporate some jump squats. Really think about pushing through the heel, elevate the body, elevate yourself off of the earth. Use your hands to do what you want. Keep your hands here. And throw some strikes. And then from there, if you want to incorporate some upper body work, push up with the high plank extension, opposite hand, opposite leg. Another angle. Push up, extend, pause, balance, engage the core. Push up, extend. However you want to do it with your hand. Push it. From another angle. Opposite hand. Into maybe a sprawl, into a squat, sprawl, squat, burpee, with the squat, sprawl, squat, burpee, and think about heels in line with the hips, toes pointed forward, feet are flat, and that's going to project our energy up. So feet are flat, toes are pointed forward, trying to avoid the heels coming in, puts a lot of torque onto the knees. As we jump up, we're trying to avoid that. Toes pointed forward, heels nice and flat. Push yourself. Sprawl. Laces part of the feet will be out. As we project ourselves up, hips will come up. Feet are flat. And elevate ourselves. So all together. And throughout all these movements, remember to breathe from the diaphragm. Big deep belly breaths will always help. Try to do as best as possible. Avoid breathing from a shallow chest pressure. All right? So once again, different angle. Sprawl, arms are straight, hips are down, insteps are out, elevate up, and then check. You can put that all together, some shadow boxing, Muay Thai spar, whatever it might be. Sprawl, up, down, technical lift, circle, and again, we're staying within a 6 to 8 foot space. Don't need a lot of space. Just need to be able to utilize the space well enough to get your heart rate up and get the blood flowing. Hope you guys enjoyed it.